Good morning, YouTube. Boy, Humble Warrior back at you guys with another video. First of all, I want to say I know I've been putting up a lot of short videos, and I appreciate the love, especially the last 2 days. The 13,000 plus views I've gotten in the last 2 days is much appreciated. Granted, for some reason, my son is like the major catalyst for most of these videos, but I mean, we're trying to get there with the other kids, but the videos just don't hit the same as it does with Kyson. I can't stop this thing from shaking like this. It's supposed to sit in place and not freaking move. But so let's jump into it, guys. I guess this week they're supposed to start the talks with Tua Tagovailoa's agency about his new contract, the terms, and all the other jazz. And of course, the Trevor Lawrence situation really made it go over the top because the money he's getting is it's not all. I guess the flash of the contract is what people like myself were amazed by, but when you look at the big picture, the cap hit, it's not that big of a deal. So the Jacksonville Jaguars really saved themselves down the road from having to pay him buku's amount of money. But even with all that, the Dolphins have to realize what they have in Tua. Granted, like, for the people that's on Twitter and the people that, damn, that shit shaking like a motherfucker. The people on Twitter that make a living of just bashing this kid, is he Tom Brady? No. Is he Aaron Rodgers? No. Is he Patrick Mahomes? No. He's not none of those guys. But what he does do is provide a steady service, and his skill set, like I was going to explain to the other idiot that decided to go back and forth to my 50 other quarterback and do what he do. They can't. If quarterbacks are that accurate in the league, then guess what? He would not be separated from them in that category. He's clearly a pure, accurate quarterback in the league. He could put the dime on a ball. He could put the ball on a dime and hit people, in stride or whatever, or in windows and stuff like that. It's the one tool that he has that keeps him completely. Oh, I hate this. Keeps him completely separated. But people make it seem like everybody has that tool. Not even Mahomes is as accurate as Tua. And Mahomes got a cannon for an arm. Josh Allen's not that. Who else? Jalen Hurts. I think Tom Brady, he is accurate, but he's not that accurate. Aaron Rodgers is more accurate than Tom Brady. But even at Aaron Rodgers' age, I mean, he's losing that. I guess you could say, ability as well. Tua also has great anticipatory skills, meaning that he understands the places that his receivers need to be, which has nothing to do with spot throwing. I could throw you to a spot, but that don't mean you're going to be there. That also don't mean that the defender won't beat you there. Which goes into my next point of him being able to manipulate and read a defense, which a lot of people say he still can. If that's the case, then how was he able to throw that 40-yard touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill after freezing Derwin James? If I'm not mistaken, Derwin James was on that side of Tyreek Hill when Tua froze him with his eyes, gave Tyreek Hill just enough time to get by J.C. Jackson, and threw a complete bomb over his head, and Tyreek scored. But that's not reading the defense, is it? That's not manipulation, is it? That's not reading a defender with your eyes to fool him, to get him off a spot so that your receiver can make it to that, can beat his defender to get the touchdown. That's not being able to read a defense. Apparently you can't do that either. Then there's the idiots that say he's not mobile, which that's been debunked. He can actually get out of the pocket. Just because he doesn't get out of the pocket often does not mean he's not mobile. Now, is he athletic? No. Never said the kid was. But he's not immobile. He's not Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. He's not going to sit there like a statue and just get his damn head knocked off. No. Now he's taken some hits in the past that, you know, made me cringe a little bit. Like the I forgot, I think it was the, I want to say that it was the, I think it was the Jaguars game where they folded him up like a circus tent, but he got up anyway. Plays like that will make you nervous because I can step back here. It'll make you nervous because at the end of the day, you don't want to see him take those kind of hits. And then on top of that, you know, he was not built to take a lot of punishment, but he can take hits, and he also can dish them out. So with that, I mean, he's learning how to be more available on the field. That's why last season he put on that weight, and he also played 17 straight games. Do I think he can do it again this year? Absolutely, but I also think that by him becoming more lean, more slender, he would be able to avoid bigger hits because he can make people miss no matter how much they want to discredit him for not being athletic, quote unquote. He still make defenders miss, and they've had a compilation video of that, of him making DBs and big linemen and all that shit miss him, and he keeps trucking on down the field. He never possessed speed. He never was a fast quarterback. But he can give you 10, 20 yards of a game and slide. So it's in his arsenal. Now, his processing skills on the field allows him to do both pre-snap and, you know, post-snap while the play is in motion. A lot of quarterbacks sometimes, they only get to their first read most times, and then after that, there's a full-fledged panic. The same is said about Tua, which game film has debunked that as well. He's gotten to his second and third read and gotten the ball where it needs to be. In the biggest of games, though, you will see that he tends to lean more toward his first read because Tyreek is a genuine first read. In most cases, Tyreek is the first guy. Every now and then, maybe Waddle. Now I'm hoping that, you know, Tyreek Washington and the other, I think it's Taj Washington. I'm hoping both of them will be that third and fourth punch that's on the field that's needed, along with Jonnu Smith, to help Tua like be more comfortable with going to his fifth and possibly sixth read if they get six receivers on the field at the same time. But your first read, being a first read quarterback, is a stigma that's associated with a lot of quarterbacks. I don't think Tua was like that. He never, not even his rookie year. Now, granted, he didn't have the same weaponry, but you saw in the games that he played his rookie campaign, his sophomore campaign, he went to his second and third read. Now, if they caught the ball, you know, hey, that had nothing to do with him, but he went to his progressions to make sure he got the ball where it needed to be. But people don't see it as often as they want to, so they say he's a one-read quarterback, like Jalen Hurts used to be. You can't put certain quarterbacks in the same category with this kid because he has his own unique skills to this game. And until people start to actually realize what they have, once he's gone, it's going to be a lot of people saying, well, damn, at least he did win. He was a winner. Now, the only thing he has to get over the hump now is a playoff win. I would say 2 playoff wins and an AFC Championship appearance. I'm praying for a Super Bowl appearance. And if he wins the Super Bowl, they can no longer associate his name with losing. Period. But what they will do is make it about, oh, it's McDaniel, or it's Tyreek Hill, or it's Waddle, or it's Mostert, or it's A-Chain, or it's Jonnu Smith, or it's the rookies, the Washington kids, or it's all these weapons around him that made him what he was on the way to the Super Bowl. They're never going to give him the credit. They're never going to say, you can't put anybody in this offense and expect them to produce the same numbers. Because you can't. You cannot. Now, the elite quarterbacks, yes, you could put Burrow, Herbert, Mahomes, Rodgers, you know, Brady when he did play. Actually, no, I'll take it back. You can't put Brady in the system because Brady, his style is more catered to the short throws. He don't care about going deep. Now with Tyreek Hill, yes, he'll probably throw more deep bombs with him and Waddle, but he doesn't care for that. So scratch Brady's name off. But you can put Josh Allen, you can put what's the kid's name? Jordan Love. You can put a pretty good amount of quarterbacks in that system, and it won't produce the same, but it will produce. They'll produce because with the weapons they have at their disposal, their numbers will go the same. But that's not to debunk Tua, because he makes that system run very smoothly, and it's a time and rhythm based offense, which means that a lot of his throws are within the sequence of the snap count. So he's able to hit people in stride, and they get their yards after the initial contact when the ball hits them, which is not a ding on him. That's what you're supposed to do as a quarterback. Put your guys in position to go score. They'll get big first down to make the plays. I just hate that every time he does something, or if it's something that leads to them getting a score when they win the game, it's never a positive toward him. It's a yeah but retraction. A complete yeah but. Yeah, but Hill had 200 yards that game and 10 catches and 2 touchdowns. Who the hell was throwing Hill the ball? Yeah, but Waddle had 187 yards on 10 catches. Okay, who threw Waddle the ball? Yeah, but I'm saying, the running game, okay, but somebody had handled the ball, did they not? Well, the offensive line didn't give him a sack. Kudos. But who's the main architect behind this damn sculpture? The one person that's actually making the checks, making the reads, getting people in position to make plays, they're not giving him any credit. But when they lose though, he's 1-6 against plus 500 teams. He can't win primetime games. He can't do this. He can't do that. He sucked in Kansas City in the playoff game, which he did suck. Hell, even he admitted it. He fucking sucked. But I'm not gonna beat that boy down because of one playoff game. Like, no. Hell, not many people can go up there in the cold in that type of situation and get a dub. That's hard to do. Not to mention, most of his team didn't even want to be there. It was frigid conditions, but you expect them to go there and play and put on the show. And it's like the one highlight they had was Tyreek Hill getting that touchdown pass, which that block was sealed up by Waddle to get him in the end zone. But I don't want to the whole spiel for the last 10 minutes about his skill set. Anyway, I'm hoping that the contract thing goes well because I need him to get paid. I mean, I know in previous videos I say I would let him play the 5th-year option only because, I want to see what he's improved on this season. But at this point, bro, to be real with you, who else are they going to go out there and get? Okay, put it this way. Who could you actually replace with him that's currently on an NFL roster that's going to keep this engine rolling the way it's been rolling? And no, you cannot sit there and say the elite quarterbacks because they're already taken on their rosters. We're talking about available quarterbacks that are on the available quarterbacks list. There's not one guy on that list that can replace Tua right now in Miami. We all know this. There's also not a quarterback you can go out there and draft from college that's going to replace him right now. We know that as well because the list of quarterbacks coming out for next year's draft going to be ass. They're going to be ass. So you're looking at a 5-6 year probably wait time just to get a replacement. So if you can win a lot of games in that time frame and make a lot of playoff appearances and possibly get a chance to compete for a championship or two, why not take that ordeal versus saying, hey, give him a 5th-year deal and let him walk, and we'll go in the draft and find somebody. Good luck with finding that quarterback that's going to flip your franchise, because then you're going to be in a complete rebuild mode because Tyreek and Waddle aren't going to be hanging around for a damn rookie that's not prepared, that they have to go, that they have not fought with and won the war with, and now you got to put your trust in them to get you to the next level. I'm telling you right now, Tua is more than capable of getting you to that next level. People don't like him because, for one, he's not cocky, he's not brass, and he's not going to sit there and sizzle and dash you like other guys have done in the league. But that's okay. I'd rather have the traditional 40, 50-yard pass on a dime than you run around the field for 30, 40 yards, flipping over a guy, damn near breaking your wrist, and say you got a first down. I'd rather have the traditional quarterback play any day. Because I don't need all that flash. Not for me, I don't. I'd rather have that flash come from receiver and running back. Because those are the ones that are required to take the hits. The quarterback should not be taking multiple kill shots. For what? What is that going to do for him? Besides in his career. But I digress again. Like I said, guys, I want to see him get paid. I do. It's just a matter of what numbers they're going to agree upon. But that's my time, guys. I got to get out of here because I'm going through the gate now. But let me know what you guys think of this whole segment. Peace.